This morning, we are continuing on the chakras. Today, we'll be doing the sacral chakra, and it is to balance and energize the sacral chakra, to awaken the creative expression, sensuality, reconnect with your passions, and to embrace emotional well-being. So, the mantra for today will be, I embrace pleasure and abundance. The sacral chakra is just below the belly button and includes the reproductive organs and all around the abdomen down here. So we'll be opening that up and balancing. If you have any serious high blood pressure conditions, any major injuries to the joints, recent surgeries, please avoid this practice. Otherwise, modify to the best that you can. You will probably want a bolster, maybe a chair or something that you can grab on for a balancing pose a bit later. Also some yoga blocks and of course your mat. And I'm going to adjust my camera. Also, I am starting with a peppermint essential oil, and the peppermint is to help with clarity, refreshing, for refreshment of the day, and energetic flow. So I put some in a diffuser, and I'm just going to put a drop in my hand. I, of course, use the doTERRA essential oils if you have a nice pure essential oil. Drop some in your hand. Peppermint, thyme, frankincense are all great for the sacral chakra. And just breathe in deeply once you have a drop in your hand. You can rub a bit on your neck and your wrists, your pulse points. Okay, and begin in a seated position. You can get the flesh out from under your sit bones on your mat or on your bolster to have your hips up a little bit higher. Place your hands at your knees. Get into a comfortable position. You can have your eyes closed or heavy gaze towards the floor. Nice tall spine. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 3 big breaths. Spouting the lips on the exhales. Allowing your body to get into the flow of this practice. Envisioning your sacral chakra. Allowing your body to relax into each exhale with the spine tall, chin parallel to the mat. I embrace pleasure and abundance. I embrace pleasure and abundance. Envisioning a bright orange light right under the belly button. Deep breaths into the belly now. Do a couple yogic breaths into the belly and into the chest and the collarbones. So inhale deeply through the nose, filling up the belly with air, and then into the chest, and then into the collarbones slightly without raising the shoulders. Sipping in a little bit air at the end. Hold for just a moment. Exhale from the collarbones to the chest and all the way through the belly completely. Belly button towards the spine, pressing all the air out. Inhale into the belly, all the way down through the sacrum, through the chest and the collarbones. Sip in a little bit of air at the end, hold, and exhale from the collarbones, the chest, and the belly completely. One more big breath. Inhale into the belly, all the way down through the sacral chakra, into the chest, collarbones. Hold for a moment. And exhale from the collarbones to the chest and the belly completely. Grounding into the earth. I embrace pleasure and abundance. You can remove your bolster if you like, or keep it there. We're going to start with bound ankle pose. So again, the flesh out from under your sit bones, soles of the feet together. You're going to have your thumbs a little bit behind the balls of the feet and opening up the feet as if they were a book, sitting nice and tall, engaging the abdomen. 3 deep breaths. Opening up the chest, allowing the shoulders to relax. The spine is tall towards the heavens. You can release your feet. Gently bring your knees in and come to an easy seated pose. So you're going to cross your legs wherever you feel comfortable. Still sitting up nice and tall, forward seated fold. Inhale, arms up, all the way up. Exhale, come forward, hinge at the hips, keeping your pelvis on the mat, but not rounding the back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold just a little bit more, engaging the abdomen. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Bringing the chest forward. Try not to round in the back yet. And forward fold as far as you can comfortably. You can have your block here in front of you. And you can rest your chest or forehead on the block if you can come down. If not, you can totally stay up where you are, wherever you're comfortable, as long as your hips are still on the floor and there is no pain in the spine. Keeping the spine nice and long. You can come down to the mat wherever it's comfortable for you. 3 deep breaths. And it's okay if you're a bit stiff right now. You know, it's the morning or whenever you're doing this. Got to loosen up the body a bit, get it warmed up. And if you can, during the practice, keep your breath through the nose, in and out of the nose, and even doing your ujjayi breath or ocean breath, where you constrict the throat a bit and engaging the sound of the ocean through the inhales and the exhales. On the next inhale, walk your hands back forward, straighten the spine, and once you're straight, come all the way back up, arms up, and exhale down. Now bring your right hand down to the right side. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Slightly side bend to the right. Your elbow can come down to the mat or just simply a little bit further away from the body. Give yourself a nice side stretch. Inhale back up to the center. Other side. Exhale. Inhale, right arm up, left arm slides to the left. Exhale to the side. Inhale, back up to center, right arm down. Do it one more time. Exhale, inhale, left arm up, right arm slides out. Side bend to the right, extending the left side body. Exhale. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Glide to the left. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale all the way back up and relax. We'll come into our first down dog. So into your tabletop position, hands directly under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Curl your toes and bring your hips all the way up to the sky. You can walk the dog, pedal your feet a bit, stretching and moving the back legs. Those loosened up, press into all finger pads, especially the first finger and the thumb, as if to create a slight cup on the mat. So you're not using your wrists, you're really pressing into the fingers and the palms of the hand. Okay, and relax with your walking the dog and press your hips back towards the back edge of the mat and ceiling. Ears between the arms, relaxing the head and neck. On your next inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Do a ragdoll. Keep your feet about hip width apart. Bend deeply at the knees. Clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Relax the head and neck down. And just gently allow the spine to decompress in a slight inversion here. Rock back and forth, up and down a little. Nod the head up and down, yes and no. Getting some fluidity into the spine. Okay, hands to the mat, keeping the knees nice and bent. Roll one vertebrae at a time, curling from the pelvis all the way up, one section at a time. Roll the shoulders back, the head comes up last. Mountain pose. Your mountain pose has a strong foundation. You can bring your feet a little bit closer if you like, or keep them where they're comfortable. Palms are facing the side, the front. Roll the shoulders back. Activate the quads, pulling the knees up slightly, pressing the tailbone just a little bit towards the mat so you're not arching in the low back. Abdomen is strong, the core is strong, and the chin is parallel to the mat, spine is tall. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, press onto the mat. Your blocks can be right here or onto the shins. Elongate the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And use your blocks wherever you need to. Just get that extra height. Bring your legs back into a plank position. High plank. Fingers again are spread wide. Knees are active. Pressing away the mat. Pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. Knees to the mat, chest to the mat. Roll forward just slightly onto the belly. You can come into a Sphinx pose here. Your low cobra. So Sphinx is elbows directly under the shoulders, palms on the mat, and pressing the chest forward and up, pushing the tail, pushing the pubic bone and the legs into the mat. Low cobra is hands directly under the shoulders, elbows are tucked into the ribs, and press away from the mat, keeping the legs and the feet and the pubic bone active into them. Or high cobra, pressing all the way up. Or you can come into upward dog, bringing the pubic bone and the legs off of the mat, pressing the feet into the mat. Knees to the mat, and exhale all the way into downward facing dog. Raise up the right leg towards the sky. Inhale. Bring it all the way forward through to the hands. You can use your hands to walk your feet forward if you need to. And bring that left foot to meet the right foot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, release the hands down. I'm going to move this chair just for a moment. Let's see. Get it out of the way over here. All right. So that will be our little flow for warm up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale all the way up with the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to high plank. You can do the modified chaturanga or the full chaturanga, which is yoga push-up with your elbows to the ribs, all the way down to the floor. Roll forward over your top of your toes into your cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. And exhale all the way to the front of the mat. Walk it forward again if you need to. And bring that right leg to meet the left. Exhale, forward. Inhale all the way back up to extended mountain. Pressing the triceps behind the ears. Keeping that tailbone towards the mat. So you're not arching too much in the low back. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back with your feet. High plank, chaturanga, or modified chaturanga. Roll to the top of the feet. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up. Now bend your knee of the right leg. Press that right foot towards the left side of the mat, opening up the pelvis. Allow the hip to open. Really press into the right hand. So all the weight is not putting on the left side. Exhale, bring your foot back in and through to the front. This time, step your foot, if you haven't already, guide your foot to the outside of the mat. So your hands are the inside, lizard pose. You can have your knee down to the mat here and your back foot flat. The lizard pose is going to open up that pelvis for you. Have your blocks right here in front of you at any height that is more comfortable for you. Nice and long in the spine. Allow the pelvis to sink towards the mat. Your knee can come out slightly as long as you're not feeling any pressure in the knee. And you can even have your foot kind of on the edge to open up that pelvis even further. If you have the flexibility and you want to go further, you can certainly bring your elbows all the way down to the mat. Open up that hip. Allow it to roll out to the right side. Really getting that entire pelvis and psoas area nice and released. Deep breath. One more big breath. On your next inhale, come back up if you're all the way to the mat. And bring your left knee off of the mat. Walk that right leg all the way back into your high plank. And exhale into down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Bend the knee deeply. Open it towards the right side of the mat. Roll the foot towards the right side of the mat. The hip is open towards the left. Really press into that left hand. Relax the head and neck, opening up the hips. Inhale back to center. And all the way through with the left leg to on the outside of the left hand. You can step there or walk it out to the side. Bring that right knee down to the mat. The foot flat on the mat for the right foot. Open the chest. Shine it forward. Looking forward. Relax the shoulders. Here again, use your, if whatever you did on the other side, do on this side. You can open up that knee some. Gradually rotate that left foot out towards the outer edge of the left foot. Not to arch in the back or move too much to the right side. And here you can also come down to your elbows if you have it. If not, just stay where you are. Modify where needed. Opening up that pelvis. On the inhales, extend the spine. And the exhales, sink the pelvis towards the mat. Two more big breaths. And the next inhale, walk your hands back up if you're all the way down. Bring that left knee back in if it's out. Come back up onto your right toes, knee up, and gradually walk that left foot all the way back to meet the right. Back into your downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, right leg up and walk it all the way through. And then left leg meets the right leg, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong in your foundation, activating the legs all the way up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, all the way up with the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Come back down into your high plank, chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg forward, up. Bring it all the way through in between the hands. Going to be going into warrior two. Rotate that right foot back so the toes are facing the right side of the mat. Cartwheel the hands all the way up, having a deep bend in that left leg. 90 degrees in the left leg if you can. The shin is nice and straight, facing the front of the mat. Left toes facing forward. Right foot is facing the right side of the mat. Look at your backhand. Press it towards the back of the room. Slightly bring the torso over that back hip. Now look to the front and gaze over the left hand towards the front of the mat. Deep breath. Stay for a breath. Point that tailbone slightly down towards the mat. Activating the inner thighs, pressing into the back foot, the back edge of the back foot. Allowing that front knee to come out slightly towards the left so you're not pressing it towards the right side of the mat, but very center. I want to be able to see that big toe. Engaged in the abdominals. I embrace pleasure and abundance. Smile. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way back down to the mat. Pivot that back foot. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up. And exhale all the way through to the front. Pivot that left foot to the back. The left toes are now facing the left side of the mat. Cartwheel all the way up into warrior two. Pressing into the back edge of the back foot. Look at the left hands behind you. Press it towards that back side. Now look to the front and gaze over the right fingers, deeply bending into the right knee, activating the quads, pressing that tailbone slightly towards the mat, long in the spine. Big breaths. Cartwheel your hands all the way back down. Pivot on that back foot. Come back down into downward facing dog. Exhale. Walk, step, or hop all the way back up to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Try not to extend the low back too much in those forward folds. Inhale all the way up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back into your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Walk it through. Again, warrior two. Rotate that back foot. Cartwheel all the way up. Inhale. Look forward over the left hand. Big breath. On your next exhale, bring your left elbow to your left leg. Try not to put too much weight into it. Extended side angle. Look up towards your hand, towards the ceiling, your right hand. Really activate those inner thighs. Pressing into the back edge of the foot. You can come down onto your block here with your hand on any position that you like. And extend that top arm up over the ears, slightly looking up, opening up the chest towards the sky. Extended side angle. Inhale, cartwheel all the way back up, back into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands back down to the mat. Bring that left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, all the way through to the center. Pivot on that back foot, warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Point that tailbone towards the mat, press into the back edge of the back foot. Open up the shoulders, gaze over the right fingers. Want to be able to see my big toe on that right foot. Exhale, elbow to the front knee. Inhale, arm up over the ear. Do the same as you did last. If you used a block in front or not, open up the chest. Using the hand to slightly press into the knee. Both knee and arm are pressing into each other just slightly. Open the chest. Gaze to the sky if you can. Inhale, cartwheel back up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way back down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale into your high plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step, hop, or jump all the way up to the front of the mat again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to your mountain pose. And relax the hands down. All right, strong in your foundation. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, arms up. Going to keep flowing. Exhale all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into your high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left knee up, left foot up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way up to the center of the feet, of the hands. Pivot on that back foot. Cartwheel the arms up all the way back into Virabhadrasana 2. Press deeply into that back foot, edge of the back, the edge of the back foot. Deeply bend into the left leg. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. The right hand is going to gently be placed onto that right thigh. Press your left hand up towards the sky and a little bit back. Inhale and exhale. Looking up slightly if you can. Opening the chest up to the sky. Pressing that tailbone towards the mat. Deep bend in the left leg. Exhale back into warrior 2. And all the way back down. Cartwheel the hands down. Pivot on that back foot. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. High plank. And exhale into down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale all the way through to the center of the hands. Pivot on that left foot. Press into the left back edge of the left foot. Inhale into warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand, left leg. We're not putting weight on that left leg. We're just simply having that support. Looking up gently. Pressing the tailbone towards the mat. Deep bend in that front knee. Pressing that top arm towards the back of the room. Inhale back to warrior 2. And exhale all the way back down onto your high plank. Pivot on that back foot. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now, if you want to hop to the front, deeply bend your knees. Inhale. And using your abdominals, pressing yourself, hopping yourself all the way up to your hands. Slightly as you can. Exhale, forward fold or step up. You don't have to hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. And exhale the hands down. Here you may want your chair in the front of your mat. Dancer's pose. For any guidance or stability, you can certainly use it. So push your foot more in the center, your left foot more in the center of the mat. Put your weight on your left foot. Grab the back, the right ankle with your right hand. Get stable and strong. Strong in that left leg. Now press your left arm out in front of you, palm up, and kick into that right hand. Nicely strong, keeping the hips facing the floor. And the kicking into the hand is what's going to help keep you stable. You can have a micro bend in the left knee if you need to. Of course, use the chair for stability. You can get a little bit extra bend there in the hips. But if you have the balance, go ahead and just look to your drishti. Look to a focal point that is not moving. Keep your eyes steady right in front of you. And breathe. Gently inhale all the way back up. And release that right leg. Inhale and exhale. All right, other side. Going to just face this way to show you this direction. Place your weight on the right foot. Strong in that right leg. Grab the left ankle with your left hand. And gently bring your right arm out in front of you. And kick into that left hand. Pressing the hand away with your foot. Try to keep your right leg strong and straight and your hips facing the mat. Just going to gently move to this direction to show you as well. Now inhale all the way back up, slowly and controlled, and release that left leg. All right, strong foundation back into mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can step back or do a slight hop into high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 deep breaths. Now we'll just go through that entire flow minus dancer pose with warrior 2, extended side angle, and reverse warrior. You can step forward on your next inhale or hop to the front of the mat again. Inhale, forward fold. For exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hop or step back into high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale all the way through to meet the hands. Pivot on that back foot. Cartwheel. Inhale. Cartwheel the arms up. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale and do extended side angle. Pressing into that left leg if you like, or if you want more, use the blocks or hand to the mat. Inhale back up to warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left arm up, right arm back. Exhale, cartwheel all the way back down. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale it all the way through to center. Pivot on that back foot. Inhale, warrior 2 on the left side. Exhale into your extended side angle. Same thing you did on the other side. Inhale all the way back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. And inhale to warrior two. And exhale back down to your high plank. Chaturanga if you'd like. You can always go into child's pose whenever you need a rest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to extended mountain. You're doing so great. Don't forget to smile. And exhale, hands through heart center. 3 big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And gently come down to the mat. You did so great. And we're going to come into all fours and winding down, come into a pigeon pose. So bring your right knee to the front. And it can be slightly outside of the right hip. So it's not directly in one line. Activating that right foot to protect the knee. You can have a bolster block or a pillow under this hip if it's not, doesn't come down far enough towards the mat. So if you need to have that support, absolutely do that. Modify wherever needed. Press that left leg all the way back. Sit up nice and tall. Encourage the pelvis towards the mat and walk yourself forward. You can have your forehead on your block here in any position, high position, middle position, or low position. Or if you're able to, you can lay all the way down onto forehead onto the hands. Releasing the pelvis, releasing the hips, the legs. Getting a nice deep stretch. Relax the shoulders and the head. With every exhale, allow the muscles to release and sink towards the mat. On your next inhale, walk your hands back up, firmly planted on the mat, and raise that left knee off the mat. Bring the right leg back and replace it with the left. Have that left knee outside of that left hip, activating the left leg. Walk that right leg back, flat onto the mat. Nice and tall into the back and the spine. Again, if you need the pillow or the bolster or the block under your hip, please do that. Walk your hands forward. Use the block under your forehead or walk your head all the way down to your hands. Releasing to the mat, allowing the body to sink. Allow each and every muscle to relax with every exhale. Remember, I embrace pleasure and abundance. Allowing your creativity to flow. Creative expression is part of the sacral chakra. Sensuality, our emotional well-being. On the inhale, walk the hands back up to the center. And bring the foot back. Gently come into a supine position on your back. Roll onto your back. You can do a couple big circles with your knees. In both directions. Massaging the low back on the mat. I'll release your legs flat to the mat. Bring the right knee towards the chest. Keep that left leg active, pressing into the mat. Use your left arm across your right knee. Right arm is in line with your shoulder. Press that right knee over to the left, spinal twist. And gently look up or to the right over the right shoulder. You can place a block or a bolster under this right knee if it doesn't come all the way down. Give you a bit more support there. You can also press that tailbone towards the bottom of the mat, towards the feet if you're feeling any tension in the low back, or gently press that bottom hip a little bit closer, a little bit more underneath you, keeping the right shoulder on the mat. Breathe deeply. Here I really encourage that you dry your breath as well, constricting the throat, breathing in and out of the nose, allowing for that ocean breath. Inhale the right knee up to the center again, and back down with the leg. Center yourself on your mat again if you've positioned your hips a bit more. Right leg is actively straight on the mat, hug in your left knee. Left arm is out to the side in line with the shoulder. Right arm is going to grab the outside of the left knee and bring it over to the right side. Spinal twist to the right. Gently look over your right shoulder or up to the sky. Inhale that right knee back up the center, left knee to the center, and bring your legs back down. Nice big breath. Bring your feet to the mat, knees are up. If you can touch the bottoms of your heels with your fingertips, great. If not, that's fine too. Imagine you have a block in between your legs and you're going to be squeezing it. We're going to go into bridge pose, pressing your palms deeply into the mat and your shoulders as to relax the neck as best you can. We're not activating the neck or pressing into the mat with our head. So inhale, hips come off of the mat, peeling off of the mat, pressing the shoulders under the body and raising the chest and the sternum towards the back of the mat. Press all the way up as high as you can with the hips, activating the glutes and squeezing the thighs together. Don't move your head around. Keep your neck in one position. You can even clasp your hands under your body and roll your shoulders underneath you a little bit more, pressing your arms and hands into the mat. Release the hands if you have them clasped, or just roll your shoulders out from under you a little bit. Gently roll each vertebrae at a time on an exhale back down to the mat, and the tailbone comes down last. and relax. Another really great way to practice bridge pose is to use a block. So again, have your feet towards your glutes, towards your buttocks, and pressing your palms into the mat. Inhale, hips all the way up, keeping your neck in one line. Grab your block and gently press it underneath your pelvis and have it just resting under the sacrum, which is not the low back, but kind of the bone just between the tailbone and the low back. You can have it at your medium height or all the way up to the top height. And just let it rest there. Still squeezing the inner thighs together, activating the glutes, pressing into the shoulders and the hands. And inhale, bring that out. And exhale all the way back down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Straighten the legs on the mat. And to our final resting pose, Savasana. Open up the palms to face the sky. The feet and legs are relaxed as wide as the mat, slightly rotating and rolling outwards. Allow every part of the body to get comfortable in your position on your foundation. You can dim the lights. Turn off my light. You can have an eye mask. You can cover yourself up with a blanket. You can put your bolster under your knees. Whatever is going to make you the most comfortable in this position right now. Take 3 big belly breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Pouting the lips on the exhale. I embrace pleasure and abundance. Allowing for emotional well-being. Thanking yourself for this time that you have given to open up that sacral chakra. Allowing for creativity, creative expression. Relaxing the right leg. Relaxing the left leg. Relaxing the hips, and the pelvis. Relaxing the belly and the low back. Relaxing the chest and the middle back and the upper back. The right arm and the right shoulder. The left arm and the left shoulder are relaxed. Relax the neck, the facial muscles. Bring the tongue away from the top of the mouth. Allow the eyes to just float in their sockets and the eyebrows to unfurrow. Relax each side of the head and the top of the head. Breathe in creativity and abundance through the feet, and exhale what does not serve you through the head. Breathe in creativity and abundance through the feet, and exhale what does not serve you through the head. Allow the whole body to relax. I'll give you a few moments here in your silence. Come back into your space. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. Take your head side to side. Bring your body into any stretch that's necessary at the moment. Bring your knees up. Roll onto your left side. Head on top of the arm. Top arm right in front of the chest. Knees curled in. Deep breath. Left side is to help create that receiving of your creativity, your emotional well-being, your abundance. This is the receiving side. Allow it to happen today. Allow this expressive creativity to be alive and open. Well, press away the mat when you're ready. Come to a seated position. Have your eyes closed or heavy still. Hands to heart center. I'd like to end with 3 Om chants. The Om chant is simply to allow the energy to flow through the body, from the root, through the crown, and all 3 energy centers. It's an opening chant to allow for the energy. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Bow your head